Hello, everyone, and welcome to our panel on resources for getting Kent County back to work safely. I'm Brad Comment, Senior Vice President of Investor Relations at The Right Place, and today I'm joined by Birgit Klohs, President and CEO of The Right Place, Wayman Britt, Kent County Administrator, and Dr. Norm Beauchamp, Executive Vice President for Health Sciences at Michigan State University. We're going to be talking about the new program, Kent County Back to Work Safely, along with other resources available to assist businesses as they reopen here in West Michigan. To start us off, Wayman, can you talk about the newly launched Kent County Back to Work Safely program?
Sure. I really appreciate the fact that Right Place has asked us to talk this morning. Thank you so much, Brad, and to Birgit. What we have done is remarkable. We've worked with Meyer, we've worked with Amway, we've worked with several of the hospitals to put a program together very quickly so that we can ready the employers in our county and neighboring counties, in fact, back to work very safely. It's a program that gives you 4 quick questions. It allows a very quick assessment of an individual's conditions so that when they come back to work, they feel safe. We feel confident about their returning back to work. It is a wonderful opportunity to help this economy get back up to speed quickly. And I'm so thankful for Doug DeVos and Mike Giannanoa and others who work with the county and others to put this program on the map.
Very good. Any additional information on the privacy of the employee information or how this is the first step in the process?
Sure, yes, this is all private information. We're only identifying the location for where the information is coming from. So no employee data, no social security numbers, any information is being utilized. So it is a very confidential assessment. We're working with the Michigan State University, as you know. They have been a great partner with us, making sure that that information is very confidential. And we're basically taking the time to identify the temperature of an employee when they come back to work. And there's basically 4 questions that we ask them. And it's really not intrusive, just simply, how are you doing? How are you feeling? And hopefully it only takes a very short time for any employer to get that information pulled together. So we're very thankful for how this has gone. We've have over 250, at least last weekend that I believe last weekend there was a 250 plus employers that were involved. The county's involved, the city of Grand Rapids involved. It's gotten up to a really good start.
Very good. Dr. Beauchamp, Michigan State University will be leading the data collection from the health screenings. Can you tell us more about the screening data and how it will be used?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Brad. Thank you, Birgit. Michigan State University's College of Human Medicine, really glad to be a part of this screening process, which, as you know, as Wayman nicely touched on, will not only help monitor for outbreak of COVID-19 as the economy restarts, but will provide increased confidence to, employees that their workplace is safe. And that's so important. Fear is a big part of, what we have to address. We have a group here at Michigan State called the Institute for Health Policy, and they have created a Qualtrics survey for employers to link directly to. We will receive the data from the employers. I will aggregate the data daily and provide information back to the Kent County Health Department by zip code as an effort for the county to be able to monitor for outbreaks across the county. And if they see elevated levels of patients that respond positively to the survey that indicate the presence of infection, then the public health team can send in a SWAT group and make sure that an outbreak doesn't occur. The questions that we ask, and again, Wayman touched on them, is we're going to collect data that's de-identified so it remains anonymous to the individual. What it does provide is the zip code, the employer site information, and three initial questions. The first is, do you have any of the following symptoms? And they're symptoms that come from the CDC, and they're the symptoms that you would have if you had, the flu: malaise, headache, diarrhea. And then, have you had personal contact with an individual that you know has tested positive for COVID-19? Then the third thing that we do is we do a temperature check with an infrared thermometer and see, is the temperature above 100.3 degrees. And if any of those are yes, whether it's the symptoms of COVID, exposure to someone who's tested positive, or an elevated temperature, then the individual is asked to, return home and contact their primary care provider. And all of that data, as I touched on, will be aggregated on a daily basis and made available to the county.
Very good. Well, thank you very much, Dr. Beauchamp. Birgit, can you give us some resources or an idea for businesses as they continue to navigate the challenges of reopening? What sort of resources are available to assist them?
Thanks very much, Brett. And I want to thank Wayman and Norman for the collaboration between us, between the county, MSU, and Right Place. I think it's a total indicator of how this community functions. It is naturally collaborative, and I think this effort is an outgrowth of who we are culturally in West Michigan, right? I mean, to bring businesses, our county, and our universities together. So this kind of reminds me a little bit of when the Right Place was founded in '85. The unemployment rate in Michigan was 17%, in the city of Detroit over 20. And so out of that grew an organization called the Right Place. And it was created to take our community and our business community back to job creating. And that's what we continue to do through this crisis. And very early on in the crisis, you recall, Dr. Beauchamp, that we created a business group that you and I brought them together and looked at who makes all these different things. Is there anybody making any of these things? And out of that meeting, about 10 weeks ago now, came an entire triage team on the Right Place, with the Right Place, the county health department, and MSU to look at who can make these things. And aren't we fortunate to be in a world-class manufacturing center? And we became the triage organization to bring together all of these different resources. And today on our website, there is a special catalog, if you will, of over 80 companies in West Michigan who are now making PPE, or personal protection equipment, from swabs to masks to hand sanitizers to gowns, you name it, and we're making it right here for our frontline workers. And I think that's remarkable, and again, goes straight to what we are capable of doing in this community when we work together. So that's one of the measures that we bring to the party. And of course, the Right Place continues to work with all those companies to make sure that they stay here and grow here again when we get through this. The other thing that we have done, we have collaborated with different organizations and brought together a whole catalog of reopening playbooks, if you will. They're all on our website. In fact, I talked to a big manufacturer yesterday. They used the CDC, they used other organizations, they used OSHA, and they used the Right Place website for some of these playbooks that are now housed on our website. So particularly smaller companies, and the majority of our manufacturing firms here are smaller businesses, they need to have the resources at their fingertips to make sure that they can find, what do I do now when I want to reopen, and how do I keep my employees safe, right? Because going back to work safely is what that's all about. So you have playbooks for the companies, and you have a catalog of resources all in the same place. So we are here to help them navigate all of that and make sure that we get people back to work. And that's really what we're here for.
Very good. Well, thank you. And as you mentioned, we are all looking at how we can get West Michigan back to work and provide the resources available to them. There are certainly many resources for West Michigan businesses to take advantage as they reopen. As Birgit mentioned, You can find a number of those resources on our website, which is www.rightplace.org. You can also find more information about the Kent County Back to Work Safely program at www.kentcountybacktowork.com. A special thanks to Birgit Klohs, Wayman, Britt, and Dr. Norman Beauchamp for joining us this morning. We can't thank you enough.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you.